are disturbing.
Absolutely, they are. And tonight, an Irwin man is in the Allegheny County Jail accused of killing his girlfriend and then mutilating her body. His family says his history of mental illness may have an impact on these disturbing developments. Pittsburgh's Action News 4 was told by the manager of the Roadway Inn that he discovered blood outside of room 333. He reviewed surveillance video and saw a man step outside the room covered with blood. The manager called police. Investigators with Allegheny County Police say Matthew Gripschaw was covered with blood when they arrived and tried to hide a knife. They discovered the body of his girlfriend, Rochella Anderson, under the bed. In the criminal complaint, it says she was stabbed several times and was scalped. Upon searching the room, detectives say they found Anderson's scalp and teeth in a bathroom trash can. Gripschaw was arrested and taken to Forbes Regional Hospital to be treated for cuts when detectives say he made several statements. The criminal complaint says this about Gripschaw's statements, quote, "Didn't like murdering a woman," and "he was up all night cleaning up from the barbaric act," and "had to do what I had to do." Gripschaw's parents tell Pittsburgh's Action News 4 they're devastated and shaken by the events. They say Gripschaw and Anderson were at their home for Christmas and were very close. But they say their son was diagnosed as bipolar at Westmoreland Behavioral Health Services 2 years ago. They also say he stopped taking his medication recently. But even in his sickness, they say they would never imagine their son taking another person's life. And tonight, Gripschaw is charged with criminal homicide, tampering with evidence, and abuse of a corpse. He remains in the Allegheny County Jail. Reporting live from Monroeville, Sheldon Ingram, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
It's killing me inside. I miss my baby.
The mother of 23-year-old Lauren Smith Fields of Bridgeport says her family's world came crashing down 10 days ago when her daughter was found dead inside her apartment on Plymouth Street under what the family describes as mysterious circumstances. The medical examiner has not yet released the cause of death, and investigators aren't commenting.
Without a doubt, we know that my daughter was not a drug user, and I had a second autopsy myself. We paid out of pocket because we felt so uncomfortable with the way it was handled.
It's Lauren. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel.
Lauren was a familiar face to YouTube audiences. Her family says she had been a track star at Stamford High School and was now studying physical therapy at Norwalk Community College. A sweet child, they say, who had blossomed into a beautiful young woman who had the whole world at her feet. They say Lauren had met, quote, an older white man on the dating app Bumble, and it was he who alerted police to Lauren's death. The family says they are not satisfied with answers they got from an investigator.
I asked him about the guy. He just made it seem like the guy was a nice guy. It was nothing to investigate.
The only contact that we have had was from a very insensitive, condescending, and arrogant detective.
Lauren's dad reading a scathing statement saying police failed to extend the most basic courtesies and told his family to stop calling. Councilwoman Maria Pereira says police owe Lauren's mom an apology.
She sent a really well-written email, and I was shocked when just yesterday she told me she had not even received a response.
A mom who's left to plan her daughter's funeral just days before Christmas says she's struggling to find a path forward.
Life is not the same. I don't know who I'm going to be after this.
In Bridgeport, Frank Recchia, News 12, Connecticut.
Your heart just goes out to that family. The city of Bridgeport issuing this statement about the investigation. The Bridgeport Police Department takes these concerns very seriously. The command staff of the Detective Bureau is reviewing the handling of this case to ensure that best practices are being followed. It is imperative to note that the death of Lauren Smith Fields remains an ongoing investigation. Our department extends its deep
Tonight at 6, the community of Lithopolis is still recovering after Joseph Anderson killed his wife and 2 children before taking his own life. The 2 boys were just 5 and 2 years old. Now family and friends are left to pick up the pieces while trying to understand why. The Fairfield County Sheriff's Office is still investigating this tragic incident. We're learning new details tonight about the moments after a Fairfield County man shot and killed his wife and children before turning that gun on himself. As we mentioned, it happened in Lithopolis on a quiet street in the 300 block of Westview Terrace, about a half-hour drive north of Lancaster. Investigators have not released a motive for the shooting, which took the lives of Jonathan, his wife Kira, and their 2 children. Reporter Kevin Landers went to the neighborhood looking for answers.
Oh God, please don't let this end bad.
Stunned neighbors watched SWAT officers from the Fairfield County Sheriff's Office swarm the outside of a home after 911 calls alerted them to a man who may have shot his wife and children inside the home.
Look, there's this guy right there. He's on our sidewalk with gun. With a freaking gun.
The videos and other photos from neighbors show how this quiet neighborhood instantly turned into a crime scene. It wasn't until later, when deputies made entry into the home, that they discovered 30-year-old Jonathan Anderson, his wife, 29-year-old Kiera, and 2 sons, 5-year-old Joseph and 2-year-old Jeffrey, dead from gunshot wounds. Detectives have not released a motive behind the shooting, but say Joseph Anderson shot and killed his family before taking his own life. Neighbors tell 10 TV they did not hear or know of anything that would have led them to believe something bad was about to happen. This Applebee's in Lancaster is where Kiera used to work. Her co-workers have set up a table in her honor. The table is draped with an Army hat and flag in honor of her service to the country, as well as several photos inside a single plaque. Outside her home, a growing memorial of children's balloons honors the couple's 2 children who lost their lives. As the rest of the neighborhood prepares to celebrate Christmas, one family is left to mourn the loss of 4 people and wonder why this happened and could it have been prevented. Kevin Landers, 10 TV News.
Applebee's sent us a statement on their behalf, and it reads, quote, "We're devastated to learn of the tragic passing of our beloved team member and her children. Our thoughts are with their loved ones during this incredibly difficult time."